Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Basic Japanese for people as lazy as me. I don't actually remember what episode we're on. I think it's 10. Anyway, we're going to finish up the katakana today, I've decided. So we're going to go maya, rama, and those rows that are associated with them. Here we go. Right, so here are all the ones that are in these rows, I guess. You've got the M column, which is ma, mi, mu, me, and mo. Some of these will look a little bit similar to the others, like mo, for instance, is basically exactly similar, just without the little extra bit on top. The Y's work the same way. Ya, you, and yo. There is no yi or ye. I mean, I guess technically there is, but no one has used them since forever. You might see them once in a while, but the people that use them are kind of, well, you know. The R's, da, bi, do, de, and do. Bi is almost identical, it's just a little more straight. Do is, of course, a box. The W's you have wa, and then there aren't any others. And then for the nasalized consonant, there's I forgot about this one. There is one over here. It basically never gets used properly. But like it gets used in manga or whatever. This one is wo, that one that's like the particle marker thing that I was talking about when I taught it to you in the hiragana. Forgot about that one. And then of course the nasalized consonant which looks just like a lot of other ones. Let's go through them. Alright. So let's start with ma. Ma is relatively easy. You'll see it a lot when you're looking at Mario games. Ma starts with one of those sort of broken seven things that you see a whole lot of. Second stroke is you take it from like the middle of these two and you just go down with it like that. And that's ma. It looks like a backwards 4 on its side. Ma. Mi is relatively easy as well. First stroke is a sort of downwards diagonal. Second stroke is another one just like it, and then the third stroke is another one just like it. 3 different ones. Mi. Remember to angle them downwards, because if you do it like this, then it's a kanji and it's not the same thing. Mu looks kind of like ma, but like inverted, I guess? I don't really know how this one... mu starts opposite-wise. And then after that, the second stroke is here. Mu. Just like that. It looks like ma, doesn't it? Anyway, so there's your mu. Me, you remember how last time we did this thing for me in the hiragana. Basically it's the same thing, you're just erasing a whole lot of it, so it looks almost like an X. Me starts with a sort of curvy diagonal line going down, and then a bigger, longer curvy diagonal line going through it. That's me. So let's do it this way. First stroke, second stroke. Me. And then mo. Mo, first stroke, second stroke. Looks familiar so far, doesn't it? Since it looks like mo from the hiragana. And then the third one, instead of starting up here to do it, you just sort of go down to where this line is. And then make it a little more like angly. There's no actual like hard angle at the bottom of this thing, but it's not like a ue kind of thing. So that's mo. So there's ma, mi, mu, me, mo. Let's move on to the next bit. We're moving into the Y's category. So you've got, there is no yi, and there is no ye. Ye looks something like this, I think. You'll see it in, like, that brand Ebisu beer, which is, I guess, from a long time ago, pronounced Yebisu. Or you might see it in the title for Evangelion, which is apparently like Yevangelion. But anyway, nobody ever uses this thing. So if you see this thing, it's old. Anyway, so let's take a look at this. Ya. Ya, in the other one, looks like this-ish, that kind of thing, right? I mean, I guess this hooks around a little bit more. It's like this one, just more angly and less work. First one is an angle like that, sort of like hook barb kind of thing. Hook barb, line goes through it. And there's your ya. Ya. You, the other one looks like this. but this one doesn't look anything like it, so probably won't ever have to deal with that. First one is like this angly kind of thing, like the top right corner of a square. The next bit, you just take this one and you make a longer line than is on the top, on the bottom. You, if you remember, this one is ko. So if you take that line and make it longer, it becomes you. So, you. And then yo. Yo looks like a capital E or a digital 3. A capital E backwards, I guess. First one, top of the box. Second one, middle line. Third one, bottom line. A backwards capital E or a digital 3. And there's your yo. Ya, you, yo. Not hard. Time for the R row. Here we go. First we have da. Da before looked like this thing, right? This other one looks kind of similar, just with more angles and less curves. First stroke is a horizontal line, goes all the way across. Second stroke is that sort of curvy 7 thing. So there's your da. Da. Next up is D. D looks almost identical to hiragana, because in hiragana it's this sort of like flowy kind of thing. In katakana it's just straight line and then curvy line. I actually write both of them this way anyway. Not like it's a big deal. This should look a little better like that. D. Do is like a 2.5 stroker. First one is kind of like this, which looks like no from before. Second one is like comes down and then pops upwards. Do. Kind of like a pair of feet or something, I guess. Do. Day is a 1-stroker. It's basically take your do and cover up this bit here. So day is down, up. That's day. Day. And then no is probably the easiest to remember because when you say it, your mouth sort of goes no. Like, kind of circly boxy thing. No, first stroke. Second stroke. Third stroke. It is the sound that you make when you say that syllable. No. Oh. I don't know if I can make my mouth pretty square. What am I doing? Anyway, so there's your da, your di, your do, your day, and your do. Easy stuff. The W's row. W row has 2 of them in it, only one of which is actually ever used. The other one you will see in manga and all that sort of stuff. So we've got wa. We is not there, who's not there, way is not there. Wa. You remember earlier we did ku. And we did, like, fu, and we did ta, and all of those. This one looks very similar to ku, but it's different in a very specific way, so be careful not to screw this one up when you write it. First one is a very specifically vertical short line. Second one is from the top of that vertical line, not crossing through it or anything, out, and then down. Wa. I mean, I guess like that. But wa. Make sure to not do it like this, because that's ku. Y is here. There's no we, you, moo, no way. Wo is going to look kind of similar to that one. You remember fu from before, right? Fu? It's just fu with an extra line. So the first one is like a horizontal line. The second one starts above that, and then goes down through it like that. So it's like this. I suppose you could also go like this and then put it in there. It doesn't really make a difference. Nobody checks this one. No one actually uses this one. The only time that I've ever seen this actually used was when you're trying to write a word and you want the wo sound in it, and you know, it's whatever. Or if they're like a demon or something in a manga and they're talking in some weird language, and they want to denote that they're talking in a weird language, they will make them talk in katakana or something like that. and then they'll use wo and all that in their thing. So like they'll still write in Japanese, like grammar and punctuation and all that, but it'll be in katakana only, which signifies that it's some other weird infernal language, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, here's your wa, here's your wo. And now it's time for the nasalized consonant, the sound, that you get at like the end of syllables and whatnot. In hiragana it was this thing, remember that one? Do you also remember I told you about the nightmare set? It's got like shi, su, so, and no. The last one is which is written like this. More horizontal than vertical. And then start from the bottom and go up. And there's your basically. This one is easy to screw up, to mess up with the other ones in that nightmare set, so, you know, be careful with it. Practice time. You know how this works. You get your paper out, I point at the thing, I say it, you write it down on your paper, then I write it down a couple seconds later, and then if you get it right, you put a big circle around it, make a smiley face or something. Here we go. You ready? Ma. Me. Moo. May. Mo. 5 out of 5 so far, I hope. Next up, ya. There's no yi. You. There's no ya. Yo. Da. 8 out of 8, by the way, so far. Da. Da. Di. Should have brought something to drink with me. Do. Day. And do. Getting kind of crooked down here. Wa. That's kind of crap. Now we need a little bit away. And for good measures, wo. Nasalized consonant. Not that high, I guess. There we go. So what's that? 5, 10, 13, 14, 15, I guess? Out of 15, what did you do? How'd you do? Nicely done. Well, that's the end of the katakana basic stuff. Next we'll get into the combinations, the lengthening of the vowels, and all that other such bollocks. But look forward to it next time. I will see you guys in that next video, whatever episode number it is. Congratulations, everyone. You've basically finished learning how to write in the first 2 syllabaries. Basically. Alright, see you in a bit.